どうも皆様、こんばんにちは、ヒーローでございます。誰も関係ない楽しむだけだ、元にヴァンパイア。続きをやっていきたいと思います。はい。前回、ドロシーの依頼だね、メインミッションをクリアしたというところで前回終わったかと思います。で、そのドロシーから、スワジ、僕をここの病院へと引き入れた、お医者様ですね。が呼んでいるということなので、ちょっと会いに行きましょうか。ここじゃない。ここか？
Please, Jonathan, come in.
ジョナサンの目がやばいよな。
Is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
楽しんでるとこ悪いが、俺からしたら困った話なんだよ。こんなのギフトじゃない。私は生きた矛盾だ。君の言葉に救われるよ。
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
謝る必要はない。
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please,
続け
go
て
on.。
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
彼女
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require
そうだね。
discretion.
自分に起きた問題を解決したいのが先なんだけどな。
Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
なるほど。
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
なるほど。お前の血を吸えば。
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few questions.
いくつか
Then
質問
ask
させて
away.
くれ。
I'm at your service, Doctor.
こんな感じか。
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe, was he a vampire?
He was a Skrull, technically speaking.
スカール。
The debate rages as to their
的に言えばね。
classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
スカールはどう
Just for
違う？
clarity, what differences are there between myself and a skull?
自分との違
A
いが何
skull
か
is
知
easier
っと
to
きたよね。
eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires, Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
は
How do scowls come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a
あ。名前
lesser
の意
species
味は
of
奴
vampire.
隷。
From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
ヴァンパイア嫌ってる。ほー。じゃあ、似て非なるものっていう感じかな。
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the
セ
Brotherhood
ン
of
ト
St.
ポール
Paul's
ストー
Stole
ル
for
教
several
会の
years.
一員。
We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
はあ。なるほど。
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
怖くないかい？
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the
そうだ
monster
ね。
that
目の前
lurks
にヴァンパイアい
beneath
る
the
んだけどな。
civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
はあ。自分の体調について。
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
ほう。太陽光で
The
滅びる。
sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
はあ。自分は、じゃあ、
Must I take
ヴ
a
ァンパイア
life
に
to
近い
live?
状態ってことなんだ
You
ろ
are
う
a
けどね。
vampire.
ヴァンパイア
You
なんだ。
feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
なるほど。じゃあ自分が生きるには血を吸うしかない。死ぬことは
Since
ないけ
I'm the
ど。
one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
Where do we stand today?
But to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
そうだよね。
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the
病
poor,
気との戦
the
争って
sick
こと
of
だ
the East
ね
End,。the forgotten.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
希望を届けるために頑張らないといけないね。で、その出資者、この病院のスポンサーがいるそうなんだけども、どっかにいるらしいんだけど、病人と一緒にいるらしいんだけど、どっかな。もうマークついてるわ。ここか。この方か。
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good
Lady
hands here,
Ashby.
and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
慈悲の貴婦人。
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again.
また
You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The
あ
lady
あ、あ
who saved
の
me
夜
that
助けてくれた人だ。
night before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally.
ああ、この人だったんだ。
My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
だろうな。お会いできて光栄です。
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
患者がトラブルを起こしたことは
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
君を信じよ
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
う。また答えてく
I'm a
んないのか。
scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
わかった。あなたの手助けをしよう。
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
ああ、なるほど。今、ゆすってるのか、アシュベリーを。だからそいつを見つけてほしいってことだね。そうだよね。
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
そうだね。ゆする相手
Even
が
if it
わ
were
から
the
んの。
case,
どういうこと
and I
だろう。
highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
患者か、その家族。なるほど。どうして自分で解決しないんだ
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence.
もう詩的な文章ばっかで何が言いたいのかわからんくなるわ。あ、暴力はあんま使いたくないってことかな。
Please continue.
続けてくださ
Every
い。
detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates.
匿名の卑怯者の要求は明白です。日付のリストです。
Due to massive blood loss.
なあ、それは本当って聞いちゃうのどうなんだろうか。わかった。
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself.
あれ、字
You
幕。
could talk to our local
字幕
gossip,
字幕が
Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life,
分かったのかお前
as
は。
others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition. Is our little mystery closer to being solved, Dr. Reed?
I think of nothing else, my lady.
My situation is delicate, and it occupies all my thoughts. The blackmail must
あ、
stop.
それまではじゃあ、
I need assurance.
なるほど。はい。なるほど。じゃあそのゆすりを止めん限りは、ハリエットと話せってことかな。 この二人のやつもやんないといけないんだけどな。
You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone. You are going to reveal all your
ハリエット。 15メートルこっちかな。
This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please.
Simpletons, these nurses.
こいつか。はあ。
What? What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please,
Oh,
calm down,
ついてくれ。
madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings on. Was there a case of
あ、この
blackmail?
人に聞けってそういうことか。はは。
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
ゴシップが好き
If
だ
I
ね。
didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
君が脅迫者なのか？
You seem to know more about the goings on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
あんまりこっちの言葉に耳傾けてくれる様子はないね。医療ミスの話じゃ
I
ないんだ
assure
よ。
you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
もらえるもんはもらっていくぞ。
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
ヒッパ・ホーキンスとドロシーとプラナガンを見つけると。 なかなかこっから生きるあれだね。ふんふんふん。じゃあちょっと3人に話聞いていこうか。で、どこにいんだこっちに近いところにいるか。いや。なあ、3メートルって出てんだけど。あった、ホーキンス。
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
うん、これか。この人は健康。うん。なしだね。はい。
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
彼女本当のことを話して
She
いた
could
か
have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet
あ
Jones.
あ、ここの
Do
人
not
は
pay
あんまり
attention
だ
to
っ
her,
た
Doctor.
ね。
She's full of fanciful tales.
うん、ピッパは微妙、あれだね。
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
うん。ピッパは無理だな。ピッパからは特に情報はなさそうだね。
At least that mistress of the dark has stopped following me.
よいしょ。
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
あ、こっち向いてたな。はいはい。犯罪歴のある病院スタッフが新しい言葉出ちゃってるよ。本当はこれもやんないといけないんだけどな。これはちょっと後でやろう。
Strange man visiting any of the nurses here.
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
うん、本当に？
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
はあ。立ち聞き。はあはあはあ。なんだ？ドロシーがいないんだよな。あれ、ドロシーどこだ？ ドロシー結構離れたとこにいない？あれ？違う、あれ？こっちじゃない。どこだ？ちょっと行きたい場所が。いた。あそこへ行けってことか。待って、引っかかった。あ、そこに行けってそういうことか。ははは。オッケーオッケー。
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
ドロシーがなんかやってるみたいだな。ほう。下水の悪漢を連れ戻す。なるほどね。はい。というわけで、今回はじゃあここまでにして、次回はこの続きからやっていきたいと思います。はい。まあ結構謎が始まったところですが、はい。まあ、これが無事に恐喝、そのね、レディに、恐喝している犯人につながるか気になるところですが、はい。引き続きやっていきたいと思います。ご視聴いただきまして、誠にありがとうございました。また次回の動画でお会いいたしましょう。またね。